Hello folks, welcome to Kenty's Kit. What I do want today, not much to show really, but it's been pretty dire the weather the last few days. Very wet, let's say, especially yesterday, Saturday to Sunday as it is today. I thought I'd make the most of it. Sun is out. Make the most of make the most of the sun, coffee, and I'm going to clean out the filter, which is showing a bit of muck in there. Not too bad because it's obviously it's cooler weather, so there's less food going in, less muck being produced, less for the filters to do. So I'm going to take this opportunity to clean the filters out. All that'll be was a quick blast with water, dump and drain, clean the skimmer out. I'll have a quick look over here where the plant filter is completely offline now. I thought, right, because I dug these all out, took all this out of here, it's now all of them have been split. So I've split every plant, put them all back in, so I'm waiting for regrowth now. So they will sit sort of semi-dormant for the cold spell, winter. The pipe coming in is now isolated, and the pipe going into the pond is fully open. So you can't really see it, but if the air was to go off, and that was to go off, then you would see there's actually water pumping in here, and you can see it flowing down there in this sort of circular motion. So that's that. I brushed all the wall off, and I treated it with like a pre I can't remember what the paint is now, Santex, whatever it's called, but it's like a pre-treatment you can brush it with. So I've had that for ages, got it cheap about a year ago, so I brushed all that on. So hopefully that will give it some protection, and then I do something with it in spring. A bit windy today. Yeah, Rudbeckia is still showing a little bit of colour, and the geraniums. This now where I weed killed it, is looking better, a lot better actually. Just got to cut all this wood up now from when I took this pergola down and did the pond. I cleaned all the when I did this pond, I moved all the bricks a couple of weeks ago, so it's made that a proper area again because they were just dumped there. So what I will do, see if I can sort of give you a viewing platform, if you like. Let's have a look with my can't remember what these are called, what I'm playing about with here. Yeah, it's not gonna. Maybe I need to come here. I might give a better viewing platform. There we go. So that will hopefully give you a bit of me and a bit of the pond, a bit of a flavour of what I'm doing. It's always handy to have a towel long enough for a t-shirt just about today, but you will notice that the water in the pond, probably about 12 degrees, is cold. You can just tell now where you can't stand it as much, and that's a sign that when you put your hand in the water and after about 10 seconds thinking, oh, it's getting a bit uncomfortable, and then it's just getting to that point now where I'm just starting to feel that. That's that, I don't know, change of temperature that koi, when we've gone cold, let's say, dropped to cold water. Because you'll note that when you transfer into spring, you can put your hand in, you can leave it in, can't you? It's not warm, but it doesn't really irritate you or hurt. Whereas this time of year, put your hand in and it does hurt. So I'm going to stop rambling. I've given them some food today. I've already had some. I'm going to clean this, clean that. Have a coffee. You will note that this time of year it gets windier, and it's a good thing in a lot of ways because it cleans leaves, blows leaves off everywhere. I suppose it's nature has a way of dealing with everything, don't it? So here we go. First thing I do, put my plunger down to the bottom drain. I don't turn my pump off, I'm slack like that, slap my hands. Open the drain, that goes to waste. That's drained now. I've got a separate small little attachment in here that I can remove my coffee, where I can just give it a bit of a pre-blasting down. Finger over it, just to get rid of that initial dirt. Now, what I will say is I don't clean the filters as thorough this time of year as I normally do, because they don't get gunked up as much. So if I could do this once a day, I don't, but just come here and go for a minute or so, fill back up, would be great, but I don't. So what I do is pull these out. There's a fair amount of muck on there, look. So I've not done, so really I'd probably look to do this once a week in winter. Some algae in there, a hell of a lot of algae, or green muck. skimmer feels heavy. And fully blocked with leaves and muck. So basically come out the way, knock it, empty the muck out, give it a quick spray. Get any algae off it. Put my stone in, because normally when my pump goes off it tips the skimmer basket over. Skimmer done. Now I'm just going to pull the plunger to the bottom drain. That's lifted. This is filling up now, blasting the water. There we go, loads of muck there. You can't see it, but in there I've poured in loads of muck from the bottom drain, because when you empty this and lift it up, there's obviously nothing in here, so it fills up really quick and it creates a negative pressure and sucks everything through. Another wash out. Normally while that's happening I will get this set up again. Just lob my brushes in. You can actually hear now that the vortex first one is empty now. There we go. And then what I do then is another pull. You can hear that. It's full again. Probably less than a quarter in there of muck in there now of what there was on my first pull. So I will let this drain, and I won't pull it again. Final wash out. The main brush box that I made will go in. The two finer filters either side of the outlet before it goes into the biological, and that just stops any muck that gets in each corner. So that on either side. Here's my inlet, brush box, and then I've got all these left, and I just put these in. This front edge is another layer of mechanical filtration, and that's that. Give it another quick final wash down inside, and then I will close the drain, waste drain that is, pull the bottom drain up, and then I'll leave that. Because of the amount of water I've pulled off, I'll leave that in there till it reaches the level again, and it'll probably take about 5 minutes. This is now full, back up and running. It takes a bit of time for it to catch up on the outlet, so it's time for a bit of a dry and a slurp. And while I've got the hose out, what I normally do is just sometimes wash down, give my shower outlet tray a glass, get that green algae off. You will get it on that because the sun lit it. Make sure that's glass in there so they don't splash me. And then after this I will go down the greenhouse where my orchids are, and I'll fill this up with RO for my fish tank inside. Spend a few minutes down there. This is up and running now to full capacity. My rubber pond liner lid thing on just to keep the light out. Always have a check. Drains off, bottom drain lifted, no leaks. That's it. Maybe a bit of get these leaves off this vine. This will save them going into the pond. I've noticed these have been dying off and dropping in. They'll come off. They're dead in. Dead in because I might get some bonus flowers out of these. General tidy up, check a few things, keep your eye over a few things. One thing I have done, my bubbler, my 8-inch bubbler plate, I've moved it further into the pond because I've noticed it was where the bubbles are popping on the surface of the pond, it was wet in either side, so that'll be an element of water escaping there if you leave it too much. So I pulled that in further into the pond, make sure my lights are in place, dogs barking at fresh air. Another minute or so, a couple of minutes and that will be done, the water will be done. Have a little look inside, look over your fish. I've always got one of these little kids nets to hand as well, square ones, really handy. Just to, if you do drop something in, scoop it out, any bits of, like there, where I've disturbed the algae on there, I can see it. There was a big vine leaf in there earlier, just picked it out. And then sometimes I usually just scrape stuff off the bottom. And that's always on here. I'm hoping for a pergola at some point. Things are looking good. More you're still active. Oh, what I've got to do. One other thing for maintenance is my temperature probe. So this, I'll take this off, swap my rechargeable batteries in it, normally lasts a week or two, then that will get up and running again. So I'll do that once I've finished. Water level's about up to scratch again. So that's about the end of this one, guys. Not a lot there. Just a bit of real life what's going off. Koi is looking great. Loving that little bit of sun. And thanks for watching, guys. Please join the friendly koi keepers, love of orchids and gardening, friendly reef keepers. I've got 3 groups there. So on that note, thanks for watching. If you like, please subscribe. Any suggestions and comments, please put them down. Hit that notification bell for my next ramblings. Look after yourselves, be happy, be positive. See you soon.